first question I asked you, what changes have you done? See, now you really have to answer as per the question. I asked you, what changes have you done? You started by saying, I have not changed. I'm going with the same university because something, and I'm confident. But that's not the question. I'm asking you what changes. So if you start like this, very likely, again, they interrupt you or they just stop listening because you're not answering. So what is the change? Maybe you changed the DS 160 form from the last time. Have you done any changes?
No, I have.
You haven't done. Okay. So if there is no change, you at least highlight everything that got missed. Okay, guys. So thanks a lot for all of you for joining in on a Saturday. So let's hope that we have a good session and we can use something that we do here in your visa interview. So just for me to get a quick sense, how many of you have an interview date? Can you just type a quick yes if you have an interview date for the spring intake, that is. Just in the chat box, no slots, okay? Anybody who's got an interview date here? Be it December, January, okay, yes, one yes. Anybody else? Yes, okay. Yes, okay, fine. All right, so I think few of you have interview dates, few of you are waiting. Cool, okay. So just a quick note about the slots. So it's 21st December. Very practically speaking, I don't think there'll be any bulk release of slots again, but we are still seeing few small openings here and there. The random openings which keep coming. So if you are still waiting for the slots, don't wait for any bulk opening. I don't think that's going to happen, but just track and monitor as closely as you can so that all these small releases which are coming, you can catch that. That I would say is the only way to get the slot. Also, if your class date is coming up soon, talk to your university right now itself and request for an extension letter. Many universities will allow you to enter US 1 week late, sometimes even 10 days late. So that will also give you a little bit more flexibility in terms of booking the appointment, right? So these are the two quick pointers as far as slots are concerned. Today's session is about the preparation, the mock. So we will jump into that. Before we start with the actual mock, I just have a few things to share with you so that all of us are on the same page and then we can dive in. So yeah, so basically we'll just start by discussing how do we make best use of the session today. So Manshi is going to pick one by one, right? You can raise your hand when we start the mock, and she's going to pick one student at a time. So make sure that your camera is on because it's a mock. It's better for me if I can see you, I can judge your body language, how you're speaking, all of those things. So turn the camera on when it's your turn. Use earphones, use headphones so that the audio is clear for me. Take notes. So once I ask you the questions, then I'll be giving you the feedback. So that time, make sure that you have something to write, a pen and a paper or your phone, right? Make sure that you're taking notes. Then, of course, participate. Okay, if you're here, make sure that you raise your hand, you participate, make use of this mock. And a few basic things when you answer the questions. So this is something that you can start practicing today. And this is the same thing you can use for your actual visa interview. Avoid giving one-word answers at all costs. Especially in the current scenario when the questions itself are so few, right? You must have heard interview experiences where just one question or just 2 or 3 questions are being asked. So every question is very precious. I would put it like that. So whatever question you get, you need to maximize that answer. So one word answer are a complete no. Even if the question is as simple as when did you graduate? Even then, you're not just going to say, I graduated in 2018 and stop. No. After that, you will add a little bit more about your profile, any highlights that you think the visa officer should notice, or if nothing else, at least tell which course you're going for, right? So treat every question as an opportunity and completely avoid one-word answers. Then when you present to the officer, right, you're essentially presenting your story. So remember that in every question, there has to be some logic. So when it comes to questions like why this course, why university, why US, keep connecting to your experience. That experience could come from your academics, your actual work, or anything else that you have done. So when you connect things back and answer, it always helps to make the story a little bit more credible. Okay. When we do the mock and I give you feedback, I think this point will become a little bit more clear. Use names. So whenever possible, use names of your subjects, your electives, specific examples from the university. Again, when you use names, things become more specific. They become more unique, right? For example, instead of just saying the electives are advanced, You can replace the word advanced by actual names of one or two subjects, which you think are unique or which you think are different. So such a simple tweak can, make a very big change in the way your answer sounds. So whenever possible, use specific names or instances. And yeah, needless to say, it has to be conversational, speak naturally, right? It's an interview, yet it's not an interview. So it's like a very thin line between the two, right? So you need to be prepared, but when you speak, it should come naturally. It has to be your story. So yeah, these are a few pointers just to get us into that zone of the mock. Now I just want to explain a little bit of how we are actually going to do it, right? So it's a group session. So we're going to pick student one by one. When you get picked, I will need some information from you for me to ask you questions, right? So there are, I would say, 4 or 5 things that I need. Tell me your name, okay? Your quick introduction, then your university. So tell me the exact university where you're going for, and the course. So the university, which course you're going for. Then tell me about your previous education. What is your highest? If you've done a bachelor's, tell me that, okay, I've done bachelor's in so and so. If you've done a master's, tell me I've done a master's in so and so. Then your work experience. So if you have any work experience, just summarize it. You can tell me how many years you have worked and what has been the main domain. For example, okay, I worked for 3 years in software development, or I have about 10 years of experience and it's been, technical plus some bit of management plus something. So just like a summary of your work experience. And the important part, rejection. If you had a rejection, tell me the rejection. And if you have multiple rejections, also let me know that there have been more than one rejection. So request all of you to just note down this format of how you're going to introduce your name, your university and the course, your highest education, your work experience, a summary, and let me know if you have any rejection. So yeah, this is the information that I would require. So yeah, we can now start. So once your name gets picked, just listen carefully to the questions. Be crisp. If you're going to speak more than 40, 50 seconds, I might interrupt you. So try to be crisp in the answers. And once we do that, we'll have the analysis and the feedback. When it comes to analysis, just one thing to keep in mind, remember that it's a group session, right? So the time that we can allot to each person is obviously going to be limited. So the questions asked and the analysis will also be a little bit in a structured way. I cannot go too much in depth. So just keep that in mind. I'll try my best to help you. But since it's a group session, we are obviously, going to have some constraints in terms of the feedback. But, you can reach out for a detailed prep. So if you want a detailed preparation, a one-to-one session with me, you can reach out through the Zolve app and, we can prepare you in much more detail. So yeah, I think this is what I had to share. I think we are good to start, Manshi. Yeah.
All right. We have JJ, and I'll just repeat what Sachi said. Let's switch on your camera, let's use headphones, and let's do it really professionally, right? So, JJ, if you're ready, you can go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, we can't see you
Yeah,
though.
good morning, ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, I am on tablet, so the
Okay.
camera is not supported. I already started the camera,
Okay,
but
sure.
I
No.
guess.
Yeah. So you can just give me the details and then we can start.
Yeah. My name is Jinet Jani, and I have completed my master's in biotechnology in the year 2023. After that, I have been working in pharmaceutical as apprentice till July 24. And then I took a break of couple of months for IELTS preparation, and then I have started a position of regulatory affairs now, and I would be going for Northeastern University Masters in Regulatory Affairs program, September 25 intake.
Okay, next ending. Fine. So have you given the interview? Any
No,
rejections?
no. This is my first attempt.
And how many months work ex do you have in regulatory domain?
Regulatory, the first I started recently in December month, so it is still going on.
And what is your undergrad in?
Undergrad in BSc Biotechnology, Masters in again MSc Biotechnology. Percentage was 7.34 in BSc and 70 percentage in Masters.
When did you complete the undergrad?
2020.
Okay. All right. Should we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
Where are you heading to?
I'm going to Northeastern University to pursue my master's program in regulatory affairs.
Can you explain the course to me?
Basically, this program is associated with the pharmaceutical manufacturing and the main purpose of this is to comply the rules and regulation of various countries where a product has to be marketed. So for an example, I have to say that if a regulatory officer work as an intermediate between the product and the country where it has to be sold, it also the person also look after the all the regulations are maintained and they see that people's health is not
Can you give me an example of
sacrificed.
some subjects that you have in the course?
There is one subject of quality assurance and quality control. Another is medical device, and electives are also there, which includes various ICH guidelines, which are universally accepted. So, for example, if a product is to be sold in US, so there are US FDA guidelines, and if the product is to be sold in Europe, so there are EMA guidelines, which would be taught to us, and we would be
So
able
which
to,
track are you going to pick from this master's?
as
From
I have
that's
as I have experience in quality department, and I thing to pursue, and I am more aimed toward working towards the quality as it is the main component of any product which can affect the people's health. So I would be choosing quality assurance domain from regulatory affairs.
what background do you have in regulatory affairs?
I have done a master's in biotechnology. So with that, I can only work in biotechnology domain of regulatory affairs, and I'm currently working in as a regulatory affair officer, and I am handling all the biotechnological products. So if I want to work on multiple products, for an example, biosimilars, bioprotein, and other generic drugs, I need to have vast area of understanding, which this program would help me, and I can have a better career when I would return back to India.
Okay, so how will your career change? You've already done a master's, you're already working in regulatory domain, right?
Yes.
How is it going to change after this master's?
As I mentioned, officer, I have already done masters, but the only area where I can work is biotechnological products because I would not be having idea of other products, medical devices, etc. So if I pursue this program, this would equip me with the better knowledge, and it would give me the international rules and regulation, so which I can apply when I would come back to India. And I with this program I can apply to various MNCs here in India. For an example, Intas Biopharmaceuticals and Pharmaceuticals.
Tell me something unique about Northeastern.
Main purpose of for me to choose Northeastern was that it provides 6 concentrations. So which other
Other than the course, other than the
pardon?
course, other than the course, tell me something unique about the university.
The thing which I find unique was that the professor himself he's also the HOD has worked in the regulatory affair domain for several years. Then he chose this career to teach a young mind so then they can shape this world better. So when I would be learning with him, I could get a better insight of the industry as well, and I can apply my knowledge when I come back to India.
Okay, JJ, I got it. Yeah, all right. So this is a very common style of interview if you have a double master's, right?
Okay.
They keep circling around why you need this master's. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, when you're doing a double master's, again, anybody else here going for a double master's, the same thing will apply to you. So just pay attention here. So when you go for a double master's, the entire concept has to be that you did your first master's. In the first master's, you came across a particular topic. Then the work
Okay.
experience is in that topic or that domain. And you need to specialize further in that domain. So you're doing the second master's. That means your profile is becoming narrow and narrow. Okay. You did your bachelor's, did master's in one thing. In that master's, there was a particular domain. You worked in that domain. Now you want to further specialize in that domain. So it's like an inverted triangle. Think of it like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? That is the concept of a second master's. So now for this concept to hold good, you need a specific track to focus on in regulatory affairs. If you
Okay.
look at Northeastern curriculum, if you have, I'm sure you've seen that, there are many tracks they give within
Yes.
regulatory. Medical devices is one,
Yes.
quality assurance, like you said, is
Yes.
one.
Yes.
There
Yes.
also. So you cannot talk about everything that I'll do this also, this also, this also. Then it's again scattered,
Okay.
right? Within those tracks, you need to pick one.
Okay.
And that one track should link to your experience.
Okay.
Okay, you have just started the job, right now. So I'm not
Yes.
sure you have too much insights, but when you go closer to the interview, you will understand that in your job, in regulatory domain, what is it that you're actually doing? Okay. For example, let's say
Yes.
that in regulatory domain, you're focusing more on the compliance side of it. Okay.
Yes.
Now, the track that you can pick can be something which aligns with the compliance side. Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to frame answers like that. Right now, what is happening? Some of the things are fine, but in some places it's a little broad.
Okay.
So I'm coming back and asking you questions again and again. Okay. So let me go question wise. Then I can explain to you. First, where are you heading to? Where are you heading to? Okay. You told me the course and the university. With the course, you can also mention the specialization. Masters in
Okay.
International Affairs, in which my track or my specialization will be XYZ. Okay. Then I asked you, tell me about the course. What is this course about? So here I needed names of the subjects, right? I don't want definition of regulatory affairs. So what is this course about? I need some names that, okay, in this course, I have these core subjects. This is my specialization. Within my specialization, these are the subjects. Okay. So include names of electives. And also during this, you spoke about US, Europe. You have to be careful because it has to be something which is useful in India. So when you name the subjects, don't highlight something which is applicable or which is going to be useful only in US.
No, like, sorry to interrupt. The thing was that if I'm learning there from US or Europe guidelines, so Indian products can be sold only if they comply to the guidelines provided by US and Europe. So if I am able to learn there and understand practically how a product can be sold in USA, so when I would be coming back, so I can apply that more efficiently. So
Yeah,
I
it
just
has to
wanted
be
to say,
put clearly. The way
yeah,
it's said,
exactly.
I want to learn how things
Yeah,
are, what happens in US, what happens in Europe. That
yes,
gives
yes,
the idea
exactly.
that you want to work in US or
Yeah,
Europe. So give names of specific subjects and stick to your track, your specialization. Okay.
yes.
Like you mentioned a lot about medical devices, but I don't see any background in medical devices in your, profile.
Oh,
So
yes,
then that will look very out of place. Okay. Then I asked you, what background do you have in regulatory? Background means what all have you done with respect to regulatory? So you
yes.
mentioned masters in biotech, but biotech is not regulatory, right? So within this masters, if you had any particular subject for regulatory affairs, you could
Mhm.
mention that. If you have done any project papers, you could mention that. Your current experience, that can be mentioned. Okay. So just remember, background means what all have you done in this domain. Okay.
Yes,
Then I asked you again, how will studying this master's change your career? Because till here, I'm not understanding why you want this master's, right? So
yes,
here is where that logic which I explained, you have to use that in my current work, I'm in regulatory affairs domain, but I'm getting limited in XYZ roles.
yes,
Maybe for the next phase, I want to work on probably release of medicines globally, or I want to take up roles with bigger pharma companies.
yes, yes.
Okay. So for that, in this master's, there is this track, and this track teaches me this. So I want this. So the transition in your career has to be very clear. Okay. So if you
Yes.
choose a track, then you'll be able to make this better, this answer. And then the last question, tell me something unique about the university. So again, this is a common feedback for everybody. If you've already spoken so much about the course, I already asked you the course, you already told me why this course. And then again, in the university, if you're going to start with the course, they'll not listen.
Mhm.
So you need other things, like the professor, that was a good point. You could have taken his name to make it a
Okay.
little specific, or northeastern location, because Boston is a pharma hub. That
Yes.
could be something. Or they have a lot of things in regulatory. They do a lot. Okay, northeastern. So you can pick any of those examples. So just remember in the interview never to repeat anything because they don't
Okay.
listen. They'll interrupt you right away. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So overall, it's good that you started so soon. You have a lot of time. So
Yeah.
yeah, I would just suggest make things very narrow and connect it as much as possible to your experience.
Okay. And ma'am, like, to be honest, this was my first mock for
Yeah, I
like
get
this.
that. So like I said, so it's good you've started early. You have enough time. Yeah.
So any like so far how I'm doing, like this was the first and it was like impromptu the answers. I was not
Yeah.
prepared well.
So yeah, for impromptu, it's fine. But for the real interview, you need like specific things to be.
Okay. And ma'am, for on I-20, the course name would be MS in Industrial Pharmacy
Yeah.
and something
Yeah.
cosmetic science. But my course is MS in Regulatory Affairs.
Yeah. So Northeastern does that. They don't mention regulatory affairs. You take the acceptance letter with you for the interview, which will mention the name of the course.
Yes.
And when you hand over the I-20 to the visa officer, just let him know that my course is regulatory affairs, but my I-20 mentions it as this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and last question is that about that medical device, right? So
Yeah.
I just prepared that answer because I wanted to learn about medical device also, so that I can when I can apply that in India, so I'm not confined to only quality pro like things. So there are subjects in medical devices too.
See, if
But
your experience is anything to do with medical device, then it's fine.
okay,
So like I was explaining, it has to become narrow and narrow.
yes,
So whatever your experience is, the master's has to be the next level of that in case of a double master.
okay,
Otherwise, it'll look too scattered.
okay,
You'll not understand that. And that too, your master's is very recent.
yes,
If somebody
23.
has done a master's long back, they have worked in many
Mm.
fields, and then they choose a different domain, then it's fine. But for
Mm-hmm.
somebody, it is very recent, right? It looks very scattered that you're just jumping from one domain to another domain.
Yes,
So that is why I feel that devices is not like aligning with your current profile at least. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I cannot say that I want to learn a medical device so that I can come back and work in medical device.
If you haven't worked yet, then no.
So I'm just in quality right now.
Yeah. So think in quality itself, how you can specialize further. What more?
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you, JJ. Thank you for participating. Yeah, I just want to quickly tell everyone that if you want to participate in the mock interview, please raise your hand so that I can give you access to switch on your camera and talk to Sachi, right? And we'll obviously have a Q&A session at the end of it. So till then, let's all raise your hand if you want to participate. We have Priyanka now. Priyanka, if you're ready, you can go ahead. Priyanka, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah, I see.
Can you switch on your camera, Priyanka?
Ma'am, actually, seated in dark room.
Sorry, you're also not clearly audible, right, Sachi? Are
It's
you
not. Maybe we can move and then come back
sure?
later. Yeah.
Okay, great. We have Mopuru. Uh, Mopuru. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering the name. Uh, yeah. If you're ready, you can go ahead.
Yeah, hi ma'am.
Hi.
I want to give my monk.
Yes. Just give me a quick introduction and then we can start.
I completed my undergraduation recently, March 2024, and I rejected twice at Delhi and Mumbai consulates. Now my interview is on 23rd on Monday.
Oh, okay.
I'm going for University of Texas at Dallas in the field of information technology management in the specialization of business analytics.
What is your undergrad field?
Uh, it's computer science.
BE Computer Science.
Oh no no no. Computer science technology
Engineering, right?
as engineering.
Computer Science Technology.
Hmm.
How much have you scored in your undergrad?
Oh, 7.5 ma'am.
Okay. 7.5 this year, March 2024.
Yes,
You applied for IT.
yes ma'am. IT management, information technology management in the
Okay.
specialization of business analytics.
Okay, sure. All right, let's start.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, officer. Uh,
What changes have you done after 2 rejections?
I'm going with the same university, officer, because this university has providing me all resources to study, and additionally, this university has providing me a SAP certifications, and additionally, I got scholarship from this university, so I'm going with this university, officer. No changes.
What is your undergrad field like? Can you tell me the subjects you have in your undergrad?
Officer, while I'm doing my undergraduation, I have learned about social media marketing and digital marketing and business small touch in business analytics.
But it's engineering, right? So what were your core subjects?
The core subjects was artificial intelligence and data structures, algorithms, uh, algorithms, etc.
How
It's
did you
related
learn
to,
about marketing in
oh,
undergrad?
as I'm influencer, I always interested in how technology transforms into businesses. With the help of this course, I can work in both IT and
No, no. My
organization.
question is, how did you learn about marketing in undergrad? It's engineering, right?
Um,
So how did you learn about marketing? Did you pick electives in marketing?
um, while doing this is the course of computer science and information technology, officer, that combines both both together. In the information system side, I learned about some business skills like digital marketing.
Okay, got it. What have you done after your undergrad?
After completion of my undergraduation, I started my US process. Along with, I have done some of the certifications which related to my masters, present masters, and that's as I'm an influencer, I have joined in a small PR team as my short-term goal, as a short-term goal, and I successfully filled that.
Or an influencer?
Yes.
What do you do?
I will create a content for a Telugu memes.
Okay. How many followers you have?
I have more than 250,000 followers also.
Okay. Why are you studying then? You could
Um,
be doing quite well in your career.
yeah, officer, to work on my own business idea, I required this master's, and I worked as a short-term goal, and I achieved successfully as an influencer. Now I want to skill up myself to my long-term goal. So I have choose this masters. During my undergraduation, I have applied to many companies. There I have faced some challenges. Then I realized that I'm lacking in some skills. So
Just
this
think
masters.
again and like just answer this again. Why are you doing a master's in ITM? Why this master's?
Always interested in how technology transforms into businesses. With the help of this, I can work both. I can work in both IT and organizations. And at the UTD, this course offers a modern resources like data visualization and AI research centers, and giving hands-on experience with latest technologies like AI machine learning for business solutions. Not only this officer, additionally, this university providing me a certification in high demand areas like project
What other
management.
admits you have?
Uh, Apart from UTD, I got admitted for Stevens Institute of Technology.
Only 2 admits?
Only 2 admits.
Okay. All right. Okay, fine. When was the last 2 interviews? Was it both for spring or have you given in fall?
I was rejected recently on November 19th for
Both the
spring.
times?
No,
Both the
no.
times?
For fall, I rejected at New Delhi consulate.
Okay, you gave in fall and then once in spring, twice.
Spring, and again I got slot.
Yeah, that I understood. Okay. Have they asked you why you want to do the masters in the previous 2 interviews?
No, they didn't ask me.
Okay.
They asked me about why you were rejected last time, what changes you have done. Uh, why don't you go for the this university last time? And then asked about my university and still rejected. And
The
then
first interview was which university?
my first Lewis University.
First you went for Lewis. Okay.
Lewis.
What did they ask you in that interview?
Uh, they asked just simply one question.
That's
How
it.
many programming languages do you know?
Okay.
I told I know Java and Python.
Okay.
He typed 2 minutes and still rejected me.
Okay. Understood. See, the first rejection is very obvious. It's because of university, because Lewis is almost blacklisted. They don't give visas for that. So that is fine. Forget it. The second time, you have good percentage, you have a good university, right?
Yeah.
So probably somewhere convincing about the university was not enough because that's the only thing they asked you, right? Okay.
Mhm.
And few things I've observed now. So I'll tell you that and incorporate all of this feedback for your Monday. Okay. So first question I asked you, what changes have you done? See, now you really have to answer as per the question. I asked you what changes have you done? You started by saying, I have not changed. I'm going with the same university because something, and I'm confident. But that's not the question. I'm asking you what changes. So if you start like this, very likely, again, they interrupt you or they just stop listening because you're not answering. So what is the change? Maybe you changed the DS 160 form from the last time. Have you done any changes?
No, I have.
You haven't done. Okay. So if there is no change, you at least highlight everything that got missed. In your profile, probably they're missing the academics. Okay. They're missing your internships, experience, what you have. So if they say, what changes have you done? You can say it like this, that I think the last attempt, a lot of positives of my profile, like my academics, my good university, scholarship, sufficient funds. Funding, they've never asked you, right?
Funding they never asked.
Yeah. So yeah, then you should say my funding, all of this have got missed. And because I'm sure of the university, I have a good admit, and I don't want any more gap in my education. So that is why I'm reapplying.
Okay.
So you need to give them something because they're asking change, right? Change can be either a factual change or whatever got missed. Say that.
Okay.
Okay. So what changes have you done? Just modify this answer.
So,
Okay.
no changes, officer, because.
Don't say no changes. That's what I'm saying. The moment you say no changes, he'll stop listening.
Okay.
See, if you are saying no changes, why should I listen to you? Think of it logically. You have to make them listen to you. It's not like they're like, just here to give visas. You are convincing them. Remember that. If you say no change, this is for again, everybody, guys. The moment you say, I have not done any change, he will stop listening. For them to change the visa decision, they need to see some change in you. So what changes have you done? Say that. I think the last 2 attempts, a lot of positives of my profile, like good academics, my scholarship, my strong funding, and all the relevant, courses, certifications that I've done. All of this has got missed. And because I'm sure of the university, I don't want any more gap in my education. And I know that master's is important for my career. So I'm reapplying again. Okay. Then I asked you about your undergrad. Now, this I felt was a little confusing. I had to ask you 2-3 times to understand what is your undergrad. So you need to be a little bit more clear. Okay, my undergrad was a mix of computer science and IT. In computer science, I studied data structures, algorithm. Towards IT, I studied systems, business subject, management, so on. Okay, so make it more clear.
Okay.
Then I asked you, what have you done after your undergrad? So here, you told me courses certification. Then you also told me about your, you've joined a PR company, is it?
PR company. PR
As
tech.
what?
As a freelancer.
Okay, so what do you do there as a freelancer? What's your job?
As a freelancer, my role was to run campaigns for branding or movie promotions.
Okay, so mention the role because see, again, that was a little confusing. You said PR company, you said I'm an influencer. Now, then that goes in another track, right? So if you want to show the experience that, okay, after my undergrad, I've done courses, certifications. Then I have worked in a PR company where I've handled marketing campaigns, I've handled data. Make it a little bit data oriented because your course has analytics.
Analytics.
Right? So the PR thing
Actually,
can be data.
one thing, in my I-20, it mentioned like information systems, information science, but my course related to information technology management and it related to business analytics.
That's fine. The I-20 can be different, like I just told for the person before you, right?
Yeah.
When you give the I-20, just tell the visa officer your actual course,
Okay.
right? So just quickly coming back to the point I was explaining, when you talk about your experience, show the data part because that will relate to your master's. So you can say I worked in a PR company, I handled marketing campaigns where I handled data, I had to analyze the campaigns, look at the metrics. That shows something relevant for the master's. Okay. Then I asked you why you want to do this master's. So again, here, very vague, very scattered, to be honest, not convincing at all. So see, you have already done undergrad in CS and IT. Now, in this master's, you're studying more of IT and analytics and management, these 3 things. So if you combine your undergrad and this degree, what type of careers do you get?
I can work as business analyst.
Yes.
Not only that, I can start my own business idea.
Start own business is always long term, okay? Never tell starting own business as a master's. Because after master's, you will have to work. Starting own business can never happen immediate.
Okay.
So like you said, business analyst, yes. Business analyst where? In IT companies.
In IT companies.
Okay. So the idea you have to give him is that from my undergrad itself, I've been exposed to management, data handling, and even the work that I have done is in this domain. So I want to start my career. This is a keyword. I want to start my career as a business analyst in IT companies, which I cannot do with my undergrad because with my undergrad, I'll get maybe testing or just general software development roles. That's why I want to do this master's, specialize in analytics, learn more about management, and then start working. Okay. You need to connect things, what I told. Everything should be connected.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Admits, your admits are fine. Stevens is also a decent admit. So I think that is fine. So I really feel they are confused about your profile. Like, because if on paper, nothing is wrong in your profile. Your academics is fine, your undergrad is fine, your university is fine. Just the communication and the points that you're putting across are not being specific. So you have to rework that. Okay. Any other doubts?
Yeah, I cleared. That's it.
So wish you the best for Monday. Prepare well.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. And just one quick thing, we have 2 videos on YouTube for why this course and why this university. Just watch that because what I told you, that's explained more in detail in that video.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much. So we'll take one last mock interview. I think Sanket is going for his visa interview for the first time. So yeah, Sanket.
Hi,
Hi, Sanket.
hi, Sachi. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just introduce yourself and we can start. Yeah.
So, my name is Sanket Patki. I am going to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff, Arizona for the spring 2025 semester for pursuing my master's degree in computer science. I have completed my bachelor's degree in computer science. That would be BSc Computer Science, 3-year degree in 2020, April of 2020 from Pune University. Post which I have roughly got 4 years of work experience. Firstly in Tech Mahindra Business Services as a technical service advisor, where I was covering Australian clients for their technical support queries. And in my second role and most recent role, I was with Amazon in Pune, where I was as a senior data analyst. I was a data analyst and I got promoted to senior data analyst within a span of about 8 to 9 months. Usually it at least takes 6 months, but I got promoted within 8 to 9 months. And then as I left my job as a senior data analyst, where I used to analyze data models. So right now, why the reason why I want to pursue this master's degree is because I want to move to you can say to create those models, machine learning models. Machine learning really interests me. In during my time at Amazon, I was at Amazon for almost 2 years. I really got to feel like the machine learning, the stuff about machine learning, the team at Amazon, a machine learning team where I was exposed to.
Sorry, you started in support and now you're an analyst.
Yes, technical
Which is
service.
the last company?
Amazon.
You've left the job?
I've left the job on 30th November. Yeah.
Okay. When is your interview?
My interview is yet to be scheduled. I was trying to schedule. The I-20 got delayed by quite a
Okay.
few. Yeah, that's
But it's January intake.
Jan intake. Yeah, I'm really hoping I get a slot ASAP. Yeah.
Understood. So 4 years of experience from support, you moved to analytics,
Yes,
basically.
I always wanted to be in software development, but due to the COVID thing at the time of graduation, those jobs were hard to come by, and I had to take whatever came my way. Yeah.
Okay, got it. And master's is computer science.
MSCS at Flagstaff in Northern Arizona University. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's do the mock.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, officer.
So where are you headed to?
I'm headed to Northern Arizona University, that is in Flagstaff, Arizona, to pursue my master's degree in computer science.
What are your other admits?
My other admits are from Adelphi University, New York Institute of Technology, UT Arlington, and one would be Walsh College.
Okay. How did you choose?
Yeah. Could you repeat your question, officer?
How did you choose these universities?
Yes, the reason why I chose these universities was because there was a career fair in my city in Pune. So I visited the career fair, and the university representatives from NAU actually made a special impression on me when I showed them my profession. The people were not only being courteous, obviously, they were really keen on my profile and me as a person. And they were actually giving me the technical depth of what I would be learning. And they said that their curriculum is heavy in machine learning. In my first semester itself, I would be taking 2 courses which are somewhat related to machine learning. First one would be interpretable machine learning. Second is computer vision, which is actually analyzing pictures and videos, audio visual format, and generating insights from those. And the last subject is data mining. Yeah.
So apart from the course, what else you liked about NAU that you didn't find in NYIT or UTA? Because these are better ranked, right?
Correct. One thing that I specifically found on this my college was because one professor, I can't remember his I won't be able to pronounce his last name. It's a bit complex, but he was Professor James. He researches in machine learning, trying to get insights from music files and then generating emotions. And then he would also be my data mining professor. And what he does is sentiment analysis, textual analysis,
So
predicting.
tell me something recent you have read in machine learning that you found very interesting.
Okay. Recently, I read in machine learning a Twitter thread by a person I follow. He's a machine learning influencer. He regularly posts on that. So he managed to generate insights on the recent US presidential elections and how people's sentiments can actually predict what the outcome of the presidential elections could be. Whether it's an angry mob of people or whether it's like a celebrating mob of people through using words like emotions, using specific words. He analyzed those texts
So you
Yeah.
seem to have good experience already. Why you need this master's?
Yeah, the reason why I need this master's is it would provide me technical grounding, sufficient technical grounding, so that when I come back to India, I would be at a specific position, like say machine learning engineer or machine learning research and development. These two positions really, um, uh, I really want to be in these two positions. I see myself in these two positions in the near future, and I feel my master's degree definitely would be able to support me in this.
Okay, all right. So for your profile, I feel these are like, the more likely questions. Okay.
Sorry, officer. I mean, I forgot to add. I've done my GRE. I've done my TOEFL also.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So a couple of things here. See, you're picking a lower ranked university compared to your other admits, right?
Okay.
So everywhere it's computer science itself, UTA, NYIT.
Yeah, at UT is MSCS, NYIT is also MSCS. At the Walsh College, the last admit, my fourth admit, that would be MS in AIML. But
Okay.
since the college was like way down the
Right,
line,
yeah,
I didn't-
yeah.
yeah.
Not concerned about Adelphi and Walsh. That's fine.
Yeah.
UTA, NYIT, I think ranking reputation wise, especially, right?
Okay.
These acceptance wise, all these three factors are higher for the other two.
Okay. I was going off US news rankings, so I was.
Yeah, US news rankings also, if you see UTA, these would be ranked better.
Okay.
So again, not to demotivate you or anything, but visa acceptance for Northern Arizona is not that great.
Not okay.
Because I have to give you honest feedback, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Both in the fall and the spring intake also not been very good. So if you have the time or the flexibility, and if you don't get a slot especially, I would recommend not to go with this university.
Okay. For this intake for this university, like
Yeah, Northern Arizona, you can just look around, do your research also, see how many people are getting visas for this. If you're finding people getting visas for Northern Arizona, it's fine. But
total number of admits to it rejects, yeah.
Yeah, from what I am seeing, I don't see any acceptances for Northern Arizona.
Okay.
So one, just to let you know, okay, because you haven't booked the slot yet, you still have the flexibility. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Then see, now, because it's not better than the other admits, I'm not convinced why you're going with this. So, okay, one point was convincing that here machine learning, all of these things are there. But machine learning is such a course that it's offered quite frequently in US.
True, yeah.
I'm not convinced that UTA can't teach you machine learning.
Okay.
So if you're justifying Northern Arizona, you need something else. Course will not cut it. Professor, okay, maybe to some extent, but something more is required.
I wanted to say the weather also, but
Weather, yeah, it's very practical, I agree. But the way they see it, right? As a student, they expect you to be very adaptable, very
adaptable, yeah. So I didn't mention.
Yeah, so weather, again, will not be a point. So you need to do better research for Northern Arizona. That's one feedback if you're going with this. Okay. Then I asked you, what is the latest you have read in machine learning? Your example is good, but it's a very sensitive topic, especially right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would not go anywhere near Trump or anything related to that. Yeah. So be careful. Topics like terrorism, presidential elections, gun culture, they are their sensitive points. So we should just stay away from any of this. Okay. Why masters? Again, technical grounding, very general word. I can say that for any master. Also, I feel you're in analytics. Analytics to machine learning is a very huge jump, I feel. So from analytics, the better career path is saying data engineer.
Data engineer.
That is better than saying machine learning.
Definitely.
Right? Yeah. So make the progression a little bit more smoother. You can say right now I'm in data domain, but I'm getting limited to more of data handling, more of data processing. I want to move into the actual model building engineering roles, data engineering.
Correct.
So this master's is the next step to get into that.
Right.
So I feel you need one more step in between.
One more step to go eventually there.
Take data engineering as your career objective and then answer things as per that.
Makes sense.
So right now I would feel the number one priority you give to the university, do proper research, see if it's good enough to go.
Okay.
If not, it's better to wait and go with a better admit than rushing into a rejection. Okay.
Got it.
Yeah.
I had a question. Like since like you said those other two admits are like better ranked than NAU. So like would it happen if I like don't tell about those admits? Like what would happen?
Yeah, if you don't tell, you're escaping one question that, okay, why not that? Okay. But the risk of NAU still remains.
Yeah.
Right? NAU ka jo risk hai that acceptance is not high, that's not going to go away.
Okay. So I have to
in a risky
have a
position.
strong reason for that. Why the university?
I would suggest do your research. See if people are getting acceptance for NAU. I have not seen a single acceptance for Northern Arizona, this intake. Okay,
Okay.
I'm telling you I know it's scary. I'm sorry to give you this feedback, but
True. I mean, I know
better you hear
would
it
have
now.
you would
Okay.
have the yeah.
Yes, so do your research. See if acceptances are coming or not. Okay, and you don't have a slot yet. You have a lot of flexibility. Many universities have a summer intake also. That
Okay.
means you can apply for April, May. You don't have to wait
But
till.
would it be wise to go for the intake because it's not a conventional intake? Would it be wise?
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
It
Visa
doesn't-
wise, there's no difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care. Bye. Manshi?
Yes. Okay. We can now. Yeah, Jagjit has a lot of things to discuss with you.
But are you ready to give a mock, Jagjit? If it's just Q&A, just wait till the end.
Yeah, I think
We'll do 2 more mocks. Let's do the mocks and then maybe we can just have a Q&A.
Guys,
Yeah.
whoever wants to participate in the mocks, can you just ping on the chat so that I can grant you the access? Rohit P, ma'am, I want to talk. I mean, Q&A
hello.
we'll obviously do, but if you want to do a proper mock, then can you please write a mock on the chat box?
Hello, am I audible to you, Mansi?
Yeah, Jagjit, you are.
Yeah, hi. First of all, I'm really thankful for this opportunity. Actually, I just wanted to have Sachi's better insights about, my last rejection, why exactly I got rejected. So that's what the reason I have joined this webinar.
Let's do 2 mocks. We'll come back to the questions. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Sahil, you can pick who's ready.
Yeah, Sahil, you can go ahead. Even Kiran Preet, you can go ahead after Sahil.
Yeah. So we'll do Sahil and Kiran Preet and then we can do the Q&A. Okay. Yeah. So quickly, guys, let's move fast. Sahil?
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Can't see you though.
Sahil, can you switch on your video? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just tell me.
I have done my bachelor's in hospitality and business management, and also I have done my 1-year internship in USA on a J1 visa. So I am now applying for a master's in business administration and management. So my first visa interview got rejected in Chennai, and I'm applying for the second one.
University?
Aligned University, Los Angeles.
Aligned.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sahil, again, this is a blacklisted university. Please do not go for the visa interview. As simple as that.
Okay.
Don't go for the visa interview. It's of no use. Aligned
Okay.
is blacklisted. They do not give visas for this. Did they ask you any questions in the last interview?
Yeah, they asked me like, how many universities have you applied and why this university? So what did you do after your bachelor's? I told everything properly, but they rejected my interview.
What are the other admits you have other than Aligned?
No, just I just have one admit because I have gone through an educational agent.
Yeah.
So they suggest me like this.
Don't do it. Like your biometric is done?
No, I just want to schedule my new appointment.
Yeah, don't schedule it with this university. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me on this. It's of no use. Whatever you prepare, nothing will work for Aligned. There are 5 to 6 universities. You can just check the reels we have done. They don't give visas for that. And not just in India. They don't give visas for that from any country. Okay. Aligned is one such university. Yeah. So I
So I
strongly.
have to change some other universities.
Yes, definitely. What is your undergrad percentage?
It's 80%.
With 80%, why are you going for Aligned?
As I said, my educational is like an agent. He suggested me that university, and
So ask him this question. I've got 80%. Why are you sending me to Aligned? With 80%, you should be targeting top 150, maximum top 200 universities in US, not below that.
Okay.
So just pause things right here. Go, rework the university. Do not. And think about yourself. Like you've got 80%. You have already done hospitality management, bachelor's. Okay. For the visa officer,
Yeah.
also, if you come with a blacklisted university, what will he think? That you're just trying to enter US. That's it. As simple as that. Not to study. Right? So yeah, definitely a
Okay.
big no.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just
Thank
take
you.
care. And yeah,
Okay.
reach back if you need any more information or help. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Thank
you, Sahil.
Yeah. The
Kiran,
next one.
if you're here, you
Yeah.
can go ahead. Kiran Preet, you're on mute, Kiran Preet, in case you're speaking.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Can you turn on your video and introduce yourself?
Ma'am, there is some problem. Can I talk like
Okay, quickly introduce yourself.
myself, Kiran Kaur, and recently I passed my 12th with 93.4 percentage from commerce, and now I am going for Lincoln University for my bachelor's in business administration with specialization in management.
Okay, what are your other admits?
Only this university.
Okay, have you given the interview?
No, ma'am, on 3 January.
Okay. I will take your mock, but again, same input for you also. Lincoln does not have good visa acceptance. If you have 93%, you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
get into much better universities. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So just keep that in mind. But anyway, I'll take your mock. Okay. So let's start. Good morning.
Good morning, officer.
Which course are you going for?
I am going for Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration with specialization in management, and this course will provide an overall knowledge about business.
Tell me about the subjects, especially what are the advanced subjects in the course?
This course covers the business principle, which include finance, marketing, management, and international business. And in my specialization, management, I will be studying the human resource management, organizational behavior, strategic manager, and team management.
So why are you choosing management as a specialization?
I chose management as a specialization because my career goal is to do job as an assistant manager in MNC company in India, and in the management I will be get knowledge about how to make decisions with the top management.
So why not do this in India? In India also, they will teach you management, right? At bachelor's.
Right, Indian is also a good education, but Indian education lacks the practical knowledge in that course, and there is also not expertise professors in business and management in India, which is present in the USA.
How are you funding your education?
My education will be funding by my sponsor,
That I know, but how? Give me details.
and my sponsor is my father.
Okay.
He is an agriculturist and also runs a business of dairy farming.
What's his annual income? Your father's annual
The,
income. Sorry. Yeah.
the annual income of my father is 26 lakhs.
Okay. How much liquid funds do you have?
We have approx 47 acres of land.
No. My question is, how much liquid funds do you have? How much savings does your father have?
My father have 30 lakh savings in his bank account.
Okay. 30 lakhs is not going to fund you, right? For 4 years. So how will you cover the rest?
I know the savings of my father will be funding my first year expenses or education, but the remaining year will be funding by the income from the dairy farming, or there is also a 47 acre of land, and if they need it, it will be sold. That will cover my education and living expenses, as I am the only child of my parents.
Okay. Fine. All right. So, Kiran Preet, you have like a good percentage in 12th, right? That's an
Yes, ma'am.
advantage you have. The other answers, just a little bit more, you need to make it specific, okay? See, what
Yes,
happens
ma'am.
is choosing management as a specialization will sound very generic because this course is anyway Bachelor's of Business Administration, right? Which
Yes,
means
ma'am.
in the compulsory courses, you will anyway be studying management, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Specialization has to be something which is little bit more narrow, and it should link to your 12th. In 12th, you studied commerce, you said, right?
Yes.
So choose specialization related to that. Maybe you can choose finance, you can choose accounting,
Okay.
right? So that way it'll be more narrow. So when I asked you which course, Bachelor's of Business Administration, specialization of management, sounds very repetitive. So change the
Okay.
specialization, choose finance, choose accounting, see what is there in the course.
Okay.
If you do that, then the answer for why this course will also become better. Because if you say, I want to start my career as an assistant manager, again, that is very vague. Assistant manager is not a career, it's just a designation.
Okay.
So if you choose finance, then you can say that I am doing this bachelor's to learn all the other aspects of management and particularly to specialize in finance. Then I can come back and I can start my career. I can work with banking or financial institutions in India. I can, work as an analyst. I'll be able to get better roles.
Okay.
Your career path, future, everything will become better if you have one domain rather than management.
Okay.
And similarly, the question I asked, what are the advanced subjects? So if you say HR, ops, again, this is very generic. So if you choose finance, you can name the subjects in finance particularly, which are there in the course.
Okay, ma'am.
That answer will become better. So make things narrow. Management बहुत general हो गया है. आप एक
Okay.
डोमेन आपको चूज करना है या तो फाइनेंस या अकाउंटिंग जो आपके 12th से रिलेटेड है.
Okay.
Then why not India? Now this is a very common question for bachelors because in India also we have a lot of business bachelors, right? So
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
friends, this theory practical is very overused. What is the difference? In India, business bachelors are 3 years and you don't get a specialization. In US,
Okay.
business bachelors are 4-year program. You can choose one. In fact, you can do 2 specializations.
Okay.
Difference you need to tell him that the curriculum in US much more in depth because it's 4 years versus 3 years, and I can do 2 specialization. Whereas in India at bachelor's level, we generally don't have a specialization, right?
Okay.
Plus other things that studying in US gives you, a better perspective, builds more confidence, adds more value to your resume, all of those things. Okay.
Okay.
Funding structure it a little bit better because 30 lakhs is not covering you for 2 years, right? So they will think it's not enough. So
Okay.
father's income, liquid funds, and also add the value of the land properties that he has.
Okay.
And if you're the only child, mention it right in the beginning that my parent is my sponsor and the only child. The income is 26 lakh, liquid funds is so much, properties and assets is so much. Mention all the 3 values. Because in bachelor's, funding is one of the main concerns because it's a longer program, right? So funding requirement is okay.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
like make things again a little bit more specific. And yeah, again, university, just keep in mind that Lincoln, again, not very good visa acceptance, especially if you have 93%. You could have gotten into much better universities in US.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. I think you're on mute, Manshi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do you think we can take 2 more now?
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. Chandrasekhar, you can go next.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Sachi. Hi. Yeah, my name is Chandrasekhar. I got rejected for 19 for Roosevelt University for Masters in Business Analytics. Currently, I was planning to same university for this spring intake. I have done with biometrics. I want to reschedule with appointment, counselor appointment. I was checking about that.
Okay. Tell me about your undergrad, your experience.
Yeah, I have done my undergrad in BCom Commerce in 2019, and my coming to my work experience after that, completing my BCom, I was into my family business. We have a gas station and also soft drinks, aerated drinks distribution. So I was into that business. I was helping my family in that business.
Did we
Now,
fill your form recently?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, then I know your profile. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So yeah, we'll do the mock.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am.
So what did you change after the last interview?
I have added. I have made some changes in my DS 160, coming with education background and also my work experiences, and I have yeah.
So what did you change in your education?
Yeah, last time in DS 160, I have not mentioned my secondary education and 10th education. So now I have added those. And in coming to my work experience, I have clearly mentioned what are my roles and responsibilities in my current work experience.
Okay. So why this university?
I am coming to this university. While searching for universities which offers the business analytics, I found this Roosevelt University, which offers the program in coming to this. Most of the universities offers when coming to business analytics, they mostly uh, concentrated on data visualization, data engineering, data processing, these subjects. But in Roosevelt University, I found that this university has more concentration on finance subjects also. So I prefer to go with this university.
Why do you need finance? But I don't see your experience in finance.
Well, coming to finance, in my work experience, I used to maintain the daily accounts and the sales registers and inventory management. In these, what I found is every decision was going to make on the data. While based on these data, we can make decisions which helps for me to expand my businesses in all the aspects and merge with another business.
What is the long-term goal for your business?
Well, I wanna increase my businesses in all the areas of my home.
Can you be more specific? You have a gas station, right?
Yeah, gas station.
What is the long-term goal for this business?
Yeah, I wanna tie up with other companies where I can move with large industry.
Okay. Why US?
Well, till now I have done all my education in India, where I choose I choose US because where I can international exposure, and also I found that US is the base for all the technologies and the latest business analytics skills.
Okay.
US is
All right. Okay, Chandra. Fine. So a little bit more preparation is required. Okay. When is your interview?
actually the scheduled appointment is January 16th.
Okay. So trying to prepone that.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, but you have time. You have enough time to prepare. Okay. So the idea with which you're approaching is fine. Like
Okay.
the basic idea, you've got it. Just that the sentences, the answers need to be framed properly. Okay. Like I asked you, what changes have you done? You started with DS 160. Yes, perfect. But that was not clear enough, right? So you need to tell him clearly that I have changed and updated my DS 160 because I realized that my education degree, my work experience, how it is related to analytics, the scope of my business, all of this was not clearly written last time. Plus, I have other things in my profile. DS 160 is one change. The rest also you need to say, right? Plus a lot of other details of my profile, like my funding, my strong home ties, because I have my own business. I think all of this also got missed in the last. So better answer here. Why this university? Again, better answer is required. I got the point. What you were trying to say, it took you very long to come to that.
Okay.
You might interrupt you, officer, right? So you could have started directly that the curriculum has focus on finance electives, especially financial analytics. And given my work role is in finance, this is useful for me. And then we need something more,
Okay.
right? 2 more points. Then asked you, why do you want to study finance? Again, the idea is good that, okay, in my work, you're handling finance, but need more content here also. Okay, why this course? What is the long-term goal? Now, because you are linking everything back to your business, what is the business plan for you that has to be thought about? It's a gas station. You need to have like a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, I feel. And where analytics will be useful.
Yeah.
So I think what you were trying to say is partnerships. Is that what you were trying to say? Okay. So we can structure it more clearly. That right now I have one location. In 5 years, I want to move to maybe 5 locations, whatever you think is practical to say. So long-term plan should be, again, plans have to be specific. So I want to move from 1 location to 5 locations. Right now we are in 1 state. From 1 state, we want to have maybe 2 more states.
Okay.
I want to have more partnerships. Okay.
Yeah.
And for all of this, I'll have to handle large amount of data.
Yeah.
Because I have to make the business plan. I have to see if, things are feasible. So that is where this analytics I'm going to, use.
Yeah.
Then why US? So why US? I've already studied in India, yes, but why US? He's asking. So we need to see what is better in US in analytics. Maybe in India, the analytics doesn't give you specialization, but US gives you that. Or you can also say it in a way that in India, to study analytics, the best option is the IITs. But the number of seats, the opportunities are very limited. Whereas US has so many good universities which offer analytics masters. So if you study in US, you're studying in a better university compared to a local college in India. You can even put it that way. Okay. So I would say reach back for a proper preparation because we've done your form filling. You can
Yeah.
even have answers. Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah, last time the interview was gone very well, but in the last question, she was asking me in my DS 60, I was mentioned that I was going to stay on campus. At
yeah.
that time, I don't know how much they charge me for a stay. So she asked me that question: How much does the university charge for you for 1 month? So I was a blank, and I was given random.
Numbers to that. Yeah.
I just
I've
gave.
read your experience. I've seen that, but honestly, that's not the reason for rejection. Okay. Rejection is not because of one question ever. There are multiple factors.
Yeah, till then, she used to keep my passport like this, whether to put in the tray or like that.
Okay.
When I gave $3,000, she immediately take it back and the.
Okay. I mean, gestures, yeah, they give you some indication, but again, I would say it's not one question.
Yeah,
You get
yeah,
rejected. It's a combination of things. So anyway, you've done the form properly, frame the answers also better. So yeah.
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 All right.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take the last one. Priyanka is waiting in the queue for a long time now. Yeah, Priyanka, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Priyanka. Can you turn on the video and introduce yourself? Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. Myself, Priyanka. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just introduce yourself. Yeah.
Myself, Priyanka. I completed my BTech in 2023. And after that, I worked as an intern at Brightgate Technologies as a Java full stack developer. Then later, I have applied for my US. I have two previous rejections. One is for fall, one is for spring. And for spring, I got rejected previously on November 1st.
Okay.
Now,
University?
this is. I'm going with California State University, Northridge.
Okay. University has remained the same throughout?
No, at first I went for like Dakota State University. After that, I changed my university to California State University.
Okay. What is your undergrad percentage?
It's 7.9.
Okay. And it is Masters in CS?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You have not worked, you have done an internship after your undergrad.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, let's do the mock.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
So why this university?
I have chosen this university because it is located in the heart of Southern California that gives students access to wide networks and real-time applications that involves technology from different areas. Coming to the program, it is well structured that contains core courses and electives in fields like AI, machine learning, data structures. And the most unique about this university is it provides peaceful evening classes, which gives peaceful study environment for me, so that I can do my certification courses at remaining time, which will boost my career. And this university has large diverse community, which is great for students from diverse backgrounds. And
What
additionally,
specialization in your course?
ma'am,
What is the specialization in your course in computer science?
like I need to choose. At present, I haven't chosen any specialization, just computer science. After enrolling, when I was enrolling, I need to choose.
Okay, but why are you studying this course then? What do you want to learn?
Yeah, I have done my bachelor's in the same field. As a computer science student, I am so eager to know how all these technologies works. Like creating, like AI is booming everywhere. Like we can use AI in different fields, like medical image analysis and improve customer services. I need to know how all these technologies works. So this program cover all the important topics that will improve my technical skills and upskill myself in a better way.
Why do you want to know how technology works? What is your career objective?
Like I want to enter into like AI or ML engineer in future. So this program will cover all the
You have, do you know what is generative AI?
ma'am,
Do you know what is Gen AI, generative AI?
generative AI.
Yeah. Have you heard about Gen AI?
Yeah, like it is like it refers to a computer system which solves tough problems only historically humans can do, like problem solving, decision making,
What
almost.
changes have you done from last time?
No, I haven't heard.
What changes have you done from last time, from your last attempt?
Yeah, officer, I'm going with the same university because it provides all the resources which I need. And whenever I got any queries regarding my application, I have mailed to the university.
Asking
The
what
response
changes have
was,
you done? What changes have you done from last time?
no, I'm going with the same university and
Okay.
same course. Additionally, I have increased my funds.
Okay. So tell me about the funding change. How did you change your funds?
Like this time, my father is sponsoring with his savings of 40 lakhs, and additionally, I got loan of 40 lakhs,
So
and I got scholarship.
you didn't have the loan last time. What changes have you done in
Yeah,
funding?
I have my loan. Along with that, I shown only 20 lakhs. I increased to 10 lakhs.
Okay. How did your father get the 10 lakhs?
Ma'am?
How did your father get the 10 lakhs? How did you increase it?
Yeah, actually we have amount, but we thought it will be enough at the time. But later I have realized that it doesn't be sufficient for my study, so that my father increased it.
Okay, understood. All right, Priyanka. Priyanka, what were the questions asked you in the spring intake interview?
Yeah, in the spring intake, they were asked like, you are going for California State. Then I have said, yes, officer, I'm going California to pursue my master's in the field of computer science. Then they asked, what is your CGPA? After they asked me like, how this course helps you in future.
You gave
When
the
they,
same answer, what you told me about technology and all that?
no, I said like, what is how this course helps you in future? Then I replied like, this course after completion of masters, I will be having different opportunities. I can work as a data analyst, AI, machine learning, engineer, cyber security, and many more. I will be more options in India, and this masters will add more weightage to my career. Like that, I have explained ability.
Anything else asked you?
Last question was how this course helps you in future.
Got it. So that's the same feedback I have for you. You need a specialization in computer science first. Because today also you told me I want to learn about all technologies. You can't possibly do that in 2 years. Okay. And you've already done bachelor's in computer science. After that, again, if you're doing master's in computer science, there has to be some narrow objective to it, right? So choose one specialization. That's very, very important. Again, guys, for everybody, if you're going for a master's, you really need a specialization, be it computer science, be it MBA, be it IT, right? Specialization is a must. And there has to be a logic for that specialization, right? So what is your internship in? Which domain did you do internship?
Java full stack developer.
Full stack developer. Okay. Now you tell me that you've done bachelor's in computer science. You have already worked as a full stack developer. What more do you think you need to study in this master's?
Like when I was working as an intern, I faced many challenges while explaining the technologies. This situation highlighted me more importance
What
of knowing
technology?
technical skills.
Again, go one step deeper. What was the challenge? What technology do you want to learn exactly? Give me one or two names.
I want to learn which are booming present, and at the time of internship, I faced challenges like cloud computing,
Okay.
like related to cloud.
Yes. What else? Cloud and
Cloud, AI, machine learning, data structure. I need to be updated in this. Yeah.
okay. So there you go, right? Cloud machine learning. That is maybe your specialization. Okay. So when I'm asking you, I'll just start with this question first. When I'm asking you, why do you want, which first of all, I asked you, what is your specialization? You can't say, I don't have a specialization. Then he'll think you've not gone through the curriculum. So you have to say that for my specialization, I want to pick electives related to cloud and machine learning, and look at your course and remember the names of the subject. Maybe it is cloud computing, maybe it is distributed cloud. We don't know what is the course. Same thing for machine learning. Maybe it's machine learning, maybe it's deep learning. You need to know the subject names and mention it. Then when I asked you, why do you want to do this course? So here has to be specific. So you have to say that my undergrad was in computer science. And when I did my internship as a full stack developer, I saw that I needed to know about the deployment. So I needed to learn about cloud. And I could do only the basic coding. I couldn't do the advanced algorithms or the machine learning oriented projects. So these two limitations I want to overcome in this master's. And that is why I'm even going to pick the electives in this domain itself. Okay. And you can continue that if I do this from full stack developer, I can get better roles. Maybe you can work as a machine learning engineer, or maybe if you learn cloud, you can even work in cloud domain as a cloud engineer. Okay, so that can be the future. You're telling me I like AI. If you say AI and they ask Gen AI, you should know what is Gen AI. This is the most common question of the season. Anybody who has said AI, they've been asked, tell me about Gen AI. Okay, so be careful technically, whatever domains you're saying, machine learning, cloud, AI, read up thoroughly about those domains. Then the first question, why this university? There are a lot of generic points like evening classes, something else you mentioned. I think California location, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Northridge is a good university. You will find more points. So better research is required, okay? We don't need a lot. See, I think you're trying to cover a lot of points. Don't do that. Make 2 or 3 points, which are a little bit more unique, okay? And again, the last question, the same feedback which I had given earlier. If they're asking what changes have you done and you don't respond according to that, he will not listen. What changes have you done? Did you change anything in your DS-160 form? No. Okay. So if funding is the change, start with that. Say that I've made my funding stronger, because last time, even though we had the funds, I hadn't considered it. But this time I did a thorough evaluation of our funds with my father, and I realized that we have much more savings. So my funding is stronger. And then mention the other points. Additionally, I feel a lot of other things like my CGPA, 7.9, I have a good university. Okay, I have strong home ties. All of these also got missed in the last interview. Okay, if they're asking change, you need to tell a change. Okay, so Monday is your interview. Okay, so again, I would recommend go through videos or reach back for a session if you have the time, and better structuring of the answers is required. Okay, yeah. University is fine. So that way the basics are there. Your percentage is good. That is also good. Just the way you're presenting the ideas, right? They have to be structured. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Priyanka. All the best for your interview.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll spend last 5 minutes answering a few questions that students here have. Guys, I'll just allow you access to talk, right? You can just unmute yourself and then ask your question to Sachi. Okay. Gurpreet, you can go ahead and ask a question now.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Gurpreet.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
I want to ask, I got the admit from NYIT,
Okay.
and my uncle also live in New York. So what the officer will ask that your uncle not only live in US, but also in New York, where I'll be studying. So how should I answer that question?
Uncle as in maternal, paternal, like immediate uncle or somebody far off?
No, immediate uncle from paternal side.
Okay. And what are your other admits?
My other admits are IUP, University of Massachusetts, Boston.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So see, because you have other admits also, right? It's not a very big issue. And also, is he funding you?
No, ma'am, my father is funding.
Okay. See, the problem will happen if you have applied only to New York and your uncle is also your sponsor. Only in that
And ma'am,
situation.
I also receive I-20 from IUP. So I received I-20 from 2 universities.
Yeah. So even if you have admit, that's enough. You don't really need the I-20. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to worry too much about this because you have other admits and he's not really your sponsor. Okay. If they ask you why New York or why NYT, talk about the university, the location advantages, all of it. And
Okay.
if they question you that did you choose it because your uncle is there, you can say that The university met all the criteria, whatever, X, Y, Z. And my uncle being there was just an additional comfort for my parents.
Okay.
But I went with the university criteria first.
Okay, ma'am, maybe I can also highlight that I receive a 6,000 scholarship from NYT. I have not received any scholarship from other universities.
Definitely. So in why this university, scholarship can be one of the points.
Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Welcome.
Great. Ajay, you can ask your question now.
Hello,
Hi, Ajay.
good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, ma'am, I was previously refused, and my question is, should I change my university than previous?
Okay, which is the university?
My university is Arkansas State University.
Okay, how many refusals?
Single.
One. Bachelor's or master's?
Masters, ma'am. Masters in Business Analytics.
Okay, what is your undergrad CGPA?
6.5, ma'am.
Any work ex?
Yes, ma'am. 2 year of work experience.
Okay. See, Arkansas is again not a blacklisted or a bad university, just that the visa approvals are very variable. Sometimes they give, sometimes they don't. The approvals are better for bachelors in Arkansas.
Okay.
Masters, there are people who got approval, but equal number of rejections are also there. It's somewhere in between, 50-60%. It's like that. So
Yes.
for your profile, if you feel you can get a better admit, better rank, change it.
Okay.
Okay, but university as such standalone is not a big problem. Like I said, it's a moderate university. So if you can improve it, definitely improve it. Otherwise, think of all the other aspects of your profile. What went wrong in the last interview? What else you can do about it?
Yes, I think I know the exact reason of my refusal, as the
Okay.
officer said to me.
Oh, okay. What did he tell you?
In fifth question, she asked me, what is your major? And I replied, business analytics, ma'am. But at the time, she was busy in typing and didn't get my word and said, can you come again?
Okay.
And at that point of time, I feel I have did some mistake, and it made me a little bit fumble. And that nervousness, I said business intelligence in place
Oh,
of business analytics. And she said, you don't have sufficient information about your course. I'm refusing your visa. You can reapply again.
okay. If that's the case, then yeah, try again with the same university.
Yes. So I think there is no need to change university.
Like I said, it can be changed if you can do better, right? Because there are better
Okay.
universities in Arkansas. But if you're applying for this intake itself and you feel you cannot do the university work again, then other things you prepare well. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
All right. Raj, you can go ahead and ask a question.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I have completed a Bachelor's of Dental Surgery in 2023, ma'am. And I have been accepted to a preceptorship program at UCLA School of Dentistry for March 2025 intake, ma'am. Ma'am, I had a question. If visa officer asked me, why did you opt for a certificate course and why not a master's program? Then, ma'am, what should I answer? Because the certificate course is for 9 months, ma'am.
Okay. What is the course about?
Ma'am, it is a preceptorship in orofacial pain and dysfunction, ma'am.
Okay. Which university?
UCLA School of Dentistry, ma'am.
Okay. Do they offer masters in this or they offer only certifications?
Ma'am, actually, I can't directly apply for masters because my dental degree has not been accredited by American Dental Association, ma'am. So first I need to clear the licensure exam, ma'am.
Right. Okay, got it. See, we have seen some profiles where there are dentists who've gone for particular certifications.
Yes, ma'am.
Some have gone for oral cancer, some have gone for what you're doing. Maxillofacial surgery, all these things. Because these are very specific programs, it's okay to do a certification.
Yes, ma'am.
What you need to show him is that how this 9 months is giving you whatever you need. You don't really need like a 2-year program.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
So look at the course, the structure of the certification, what all is covered. And you need to show that for my career, this 9 months is already is covering this, which is sufficient.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's a comprehensive program. So I can come back within a year. I can, resume my career.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of this, it's meeting me and I don't really need a degree as such because I'm already
Yes,
a qualified dentist. So that
ma'am,
way,
yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
this program would be just like an observation program, ma'am.
preceptorship is a little bit more hands-on than an observership.
Yes,
Observership
ma'am.
is completely
Yes,
hands-on.
I could do hands-on courses, also
Yeah.
take
Here
didactic
you will
courses.
Sorry?
I could also do on hands-on courses and also take didactic courses with residents, ma'am.
Correct. There'll be some bit of hands-on patient
Yes,
exposure,
ma'am.
which is not there in observership.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's the difference.
Yes, ma'am. So I could state all these points, ma'am.
You could say, you could basically show that how 9 months everything is, getting covered. The electives, the specialization, the practical part of it, some bit of clinical exposure.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
and for you, what is required is the qualification upgrade. You don't need a degree as such to
Yes,
add
ma'am.
the resume. So 9
Yes.
months, that time frame is also perfect because you can come back quickly within a year and again resume your career.
Yes, ma'am.
And also you could put it in a way that this university offers only this.
Yes, ma'am. That's true, ma'am.
This was the path for me. That
Yes,
was-
ma'am. And ma'am, last question, ma'am. I've only applied to one university and got accepted in the same, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay.
if visa officer asked in how much admits do you get, then what should I answer in that particular question, ma'am?
So again, because it's not like a general master's where you can apply everywhere.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
So such type of questions for you is not a very big concern. So again, you can show it in a reverse way that when you started, you looked for certain criteria. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
university met that. And because you got the admit quickly, you didn't need to apply anywhere else.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have very specific requirements, right? It's not like you're looking for a master's, which can be done anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
So you put it
Understood.
like that this was my criteria. I applied, it met my criteria, plus the ranking, reputation, everything, is good. So I didn't need to apply anywhere else after this.
Yes, ma'am.
Like in observership also, people don't apply to 5-6 observation, they apply to 1.
Yes, ma'am. That's
They
true.
get that, they go ahead with it. So same logic you have to use.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
All right. Thanks, Raj. Jagjit,
Welcome.
go ahead.
So, hi again, Sachi.
Hi.
Thank you for this. And firstly, just without wasting any time, I'm just directly getting on, the conversation I had with the officer. So, firstly, I greeted him. Like, as I said, good morning, officer. Then he just asked me to pass the documents, like I-20 and my passport. So, I just passed it. Then he asked me, okay, which university you are heading to? So, I said, I'm heading to Utica University. And then probably he also asked me about my course, like what's your course name? So I've given like I'm heading for master degree in business administration with concentration in entrepreneurship as well as management. So I was supposed to elaborate this, but he after every 3 to 4 seconds he used to interrupt me. So I was just saying it like I've chosen this master course because I want to have my own startup in India, and for that purpose, I mean, in this master would be very opportunistic for me. Then he interrupted and he asked me, "Do you have any other admit?" So I said, "Yes, I have applied for other university also. That was Westcliff University." So he asked, "Why only two?" Then I still, mentioned my, the first answer. I mentioned it like because this master degree is having better relevancy according to my future goals, as I want to have entrepreneur in India. So that university offering me a dedicated major in this master degree. So that's why I chosen Utica. Then he asked me from where you found Utica. So I have replied him like I've gone through the Google stats available. It's having a better regional ranking in near about 81th rank at 7. And also I've gone through the YouTube suggestions. So everything was quite better for this university. I was also supposed to elaborate this, like I had a conversation with one of the professor of university and this and that, but he asked me like, what are the, differences you have made while choosing a Utica instead of Westcliff? Like so I have mentioned him again, like it's having better ranking. Also, it's offering me 2100 on-campus housing grant, and I was supposed to say him like further, like it's having dedicated majors which I want to have in my future goals. On other hand, the Westcliff University is just having basic type of master degree, but he asked me like, no, no, just come to the point. Like, what are the subject basis difference you have made? So I was supposed to say him. Ki, um, few of the things I have already done in my bachelor degree, but this master degree is having better relevancy with my past experience as well as my bachelor degree also. But Westcliff is not having that much relevancy. So then he just refused me. He asked me to place my hand over the scanner, and the further things gone. This was the main conversation.
Do you have any experience, work experience?
Yeah, I'm working as digital marketing executive, and
How many years?
it's been 2.5 years I'm working. 2.5 years.
Okay. This is only
Yeah.
experience you have?
Yeah, apart from this, just after completion of my bachelor, I had been working for customer care executives as well, just to have some basic type of office experience. Then I
Tell me
just changed
total
my profile.
experience. How many years of total experience?
Totally, I'm having, I would say, 2.5 to 3 years of experience, work experience. Yeah,
Primarily in marketing, digital marketing.
digital marketing, yeah, in different domains of digital marketing as well.
Okay. And what is your undergrad score?
It was 60% from Delhi University, and that was in Bachelor of Commerce. So probably it would be near to 6.3 CGPA.
Got it. So, from what I can understand, right, from this conversation, like clearly is not convinced about Utica.
Yeah.
And I feel some of the points that you've tried to highlight, like from your side repeatedly, not really aligning with the background. Like entrepreneurship is again more of a long term. So in MBAs, what they do, they very closely link your experience. So if the experience is in marketing, right? So MBA has to have something to do with marketing or analytics, if not at least like core marketing. And entrepreneurship can be the add-on, the extra. If you haven't worked in a family business, if you've never done any startup, if you have only 2.5 years of experience, it's also not like you have a lot of experience that, okay, I've worked for 10 years, now I want to do my own business. It's not even that. So in such a scenario, entrepreneurship looks forced, right? It doesn't seem to fit in with the profile. So somewhere I feel the entrepreneurship idea itself is not really going well. Second, few things like mentioning regional ranking. See, regional ranking is of no relevance. Regional ranking makes sense for somebody who's living there, who lives in US in that particular state. So they're looking at that state ranking. You are an international student coming from outside. So you have to look at whole US, right?
Okay.
And Utica's of the Westcliff, I think the advantages would be the location, I would say. Utica is in New York, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I think the location was the bigger difference between the two. If you study management in New York, that's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
So maybe that point has got missed. So somewhere the justification of the course and the university is not enough.
Okay, so could you please just help me out? Like, I've already given Duolingo as well. So I got 115 in speaking, 110 in writing, and the basic 100 for the other ones. So overall score was near about 105, right? And apart from this, I've already mentioned my CGP as well. So could you please just help me out with better university names, and it should have the national ranking as well.
That will take time. I don't have some list ready with me right now, right? Because it takes
Okay.
filing. We have to look at your undergrad, your experience, your test scores, see what all are the options for you, what is the acceptance of those universities. Utica
Okay.
as such, again, is not something which is very bad, but the visa acceptance is moderate.
Moderate.
Somewhere around, I would say, between
Same
50
like
to
FMCs,
5%.
as you mentioned.
Sorry?
As you mentioned the guy earlier before, like
Correct. Exactly. Yes. Something like that. It's not something which we say, okay, no, don't go at all. It's not like that. But
getting
also,
it.
it is not something which will give a lot of comfort to the visa officer, which is why repeatedly he is circling around that. He wants to approve you somewhere, but he needs stronger reasons to approve you.
So could you please just tell me if I'm having a not right major with me,
So
on
having what?
basis of
Sorry?
relevancy? Like if I'm just mentioning everything on basis of relevancy, then should I have, the aspect from both of the things, like what I'm currently doing and what I want to be. So what type of course or what type of course module should I mention or should I pick? Like, do I have to go for business analytics or do I need to go for basic type of masters in business administration or management?
MBA is fine, the concentrations, right? So within
Right.
MBA also, the concentration should first align with your recent experience. Because if you're going for an MBA, the work ex is the most important, that's the crux holding everything together. In US, what they think is that MBA should be done after experience. That's their concept, right? So if your experience is in digital marketing, now in digital marketing, what is it that you felt you could learn more? Maybe it could be that.
Exactly. That's what I was supposed to say him because this master degree was having dedicated elective of business analytics and digital marketing as well. So
But
that
you
would
haven't said that,
be,
no? You said entrepreneurship and management,
yeah,
right?
but that I said according to my goal that I want to have entrepreneur, I
Goal,
want to have
see,
my startup and
goal,
everything.
goal is very vague word, right? What is a
Mhm.
goal? Goal is very vague. So long-term goal can be entrepreneurship, but
Yeah, exactly.
in your case, you've just worked for 2.5 years. Entrepreneurship
Yeah.
will not be an immediate option for you, right?
Mhm.
So immediate thing has to be something which is a step forward from the current role. Currently, if you're in digital marketing, what is the next step? Maybe you want to go into branding. Maybe you want to go into marketing.
I was having next step just to hire into a multinational company in India, and that should be of digital marketing. It could be Deloitte, it could be PwC, it could be one
So again, see,
Infosystem.
just try to understand the concept. I work in multinational company is not a goal. That's a job. Goal means your career path. In digital marketing, what is the next step? Probably right now you're just implementing the existing campaigns and you're
Mhm.
analyzing it, tracking it. Now you want to move into roles where you're actually doing the strategy, you're doing the planning, you're thinking what type of campaigns to run, you're thinking who are my consumers. That means you're going more into the management side. So such
Management
roles
side.
are what? They're product managers, they're brand managers, they're category managers. That requires better qualification, right? So your MBA comes in there. It's teaching you management, it's teaching you more about marketing. It's also teaching you new things like analytics. So that's my main story. And uske upar, theek hai, entrepreneurship, I can always put it as an add-on. But because long term, somewhere I want to have my own business. So the clarity about your profile, right? Somewhere there's a little mismatch, I feel. Once you have that clarity, better. Work backwards, your electives, your university selection, your long-term, short-term goals, everything will then fall in place.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sachi, for
Yeah.
your insights.
So yeah, just think about it, and yeah, you can always reach back for a detailed session. Okay.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We'll take one last question from Mohammed and we'll wrap up the session.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, I got refused in the November, ma'am, last week,
Okay.
and my classes are going to start from April. So I got one more slot in February. I'm
Okay.
going to Northeastern, ma'am, for my master's in regulatory affairs with a concentration in medical devices.
Okay.
So my last interview was in Hyderabad, ma'am,
Was it?
and was in Hyderabad
Okay.
consulate. Okay, but I got refused. I want to just while you was taking mock of first guy, like you asked question, what changes have you made since last rejection? So I was struggling to make answer for this question. Like I have seen many refusal questions. They are directly asking this question, what changes you have made? So you were mentioning something, so that I wanted help in that preparing us for that question.
Okay. I can give you pointers
Yeah,
because I don't know your full profile, right? I won't be able
yeah,
to. See, first, the easy change for anybody, again,
yes,
anybody can do this is changing the DS 160.
yes, ma'am. Like
When we say
sorry
change,
for interruption, ma'am.
yeah,
In last years, I haven't mentioned about my any project internship directly. I mentioned that I recently completed, and since then I was preparing for a master's in USA.
yeah,
Now I get to know that I have to put everything about my
yes,
project, internships, certifications in DS.
correct. So just one thing, when we say change, don't guys, change doesn't mean you just change completely and come with a new.
Yeah,
That is also very risky. Change means what you missed, how you could enhance your profile, and for
okay,
which you have proof, right?
okay,
Because if you're putting something new in the form and he says that what is the proof of this, you should have that. So don't, first of all, when you change the form, it has to be done carefully. You cannot just completely give a makeover to your form, make it
okay.
completely different. And whatever you are putting it, there has to be proof for that, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
one first change that you could do for anybody whose biometric is not yet done is to make changes in the form to enhance your profile. Think of what all you could have included that you missed.
Okay.
Even if the work roles are there, but maybe the work roles were not written that clearly.
Mm-hmm.
It was too short, maybe it was too vague.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that is the first thing you can tell the officer that, okay, I realized that my form was not clear enough, especially the details of my experience was not enough in the form. So I've changed, I've updated my form. Then
Okay.
in your case, you have few more months to go. So you can always talk about increase in experience. You can always say that
Um,
after.
I'm not working, ma'am, as I completed my degree in May 2024. But
Okay.
I'm working, but it's not related to, it's not aligned with my master's what program I have chosen.
Okay.
So I didn't
In
want
that
to
case,
mention my work experience in this.
no, in that case, do something which aligns, like in medical devices.
Okay.
Have like
Mm-hmm.
a month. If your interview is in Feb, you said, right?
In the last interview, I didn't mention that I was working. So if I mention now that I'm working since then November, I got rejection, and again I'm giving my
Not
interview in
work.
February.
Not work. See, think of something else. It could be a project.
Internship. Okay, like internship, anything.
There are many courses which come with a project.
Okay.
It could be that. So show that you utilize this time effectively.
Okay.
That could be the second change. The rest, like I said, we haven't seen your profile, so we have to we can't really comment more. But
Yeah.
copy the form, do something after the last rejection. Plus, think of what other aspects of your profile are the positives, but you didn't get a chance. Did you not get a chance to explain funding?
Yeah.
Get a chance to explain your academic scores. Okay. If you got a
Okay.
scholarship from Northeastern, did you not get a chance to tell about the scholarship? So that can be the
Okay.
second half of the answer. That see, I made these changes.
Yes,
Additionally,
ma'am.
the other things about me, like this, I didn't communicate.
Yes, I understood.
Okay. So yeah, think of it like that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
All right, that's all for today. I can see JJ has one more question. I'll quickly read out this question, Sachi, for your convenience.
Yeah.
He was asking, I wanted to ask Sachi ma'am that as I have time, he has already given mock interview with you in this session. So is my choice of program in Northeastern University good, or should I think of changing the program or university? For double master's question, if they ask why masters again and not here in India, so can I please repeat the possible answer? I missed few nitty-gritty you mentioned. So in that case, the video will be available in YouTube, JJ. You can go back maybe on Monday and check out the video on YouTube, and you can revise. You can see your entire mock interview there. Then he's asking, I would like to have 4-5 months of experience in regulatory affairs. Will that be enough?
I can see it in chat. Should I just quickly
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah, sure.
A little better. Okay. So Northeastern Regulatory Affairs program is a good one. Even in terms of visa acceptance, it's quite decent, I would say. Are there higher rank programs of regulatory affairs? Yes, there are in US. So if your profile permits you to apply to better than Northeastern, definitely go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. You have time also. But as such, this particular program university, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. If they ask why masters, again, not here in India, this is a different question. They're asking why US? Why not masters in India? Okay. So this is not the same as why double masters. 4 to 5 months of regulatory affairs, is that enough? See, when you are answering this question of why double masters, the experience is one component. You'll also have to bring in, like I told you, the first masters, how you were introduced to regulatory affairs, maybe some projects that you did, plus the experience. Experience standalone is not enough, but you can club it with other things in your profile. Okay. And ideally, the ideal length of experience is about 1.5 to 2 years for anybody. That's like the sweet spot of to have an experience. So 4 to 5 months is not that exactly right. So you'll have to enhance it. Other than the experience, you have to include other things also in your profile. Last experience was in pharma and quality control microbiology department of 1 year. Okay. So this, like I told you, this experience you'll have to align with the concentration that you choose. And I think there are concentrations, at least maybe 2 of them, which will align with this quality control. You can also mix concentrations. Again, this is for everybody, guys. You don't have to choose one track in US. That's the advantage, right? You can always mix 2 to 3 tracks and like kind of form your own course, own concentration. So yeah, Manshi, I think that answers it.
So Dheeraj also have a question.
Yeah.
Should I read it out for you, or it's in the chat?
Dheeraj, let me just open
The second last message.
Second last, is it? Just a second. Okay. Completed my BTech with 6.94, applying for Masters in Computer Science Information Engineering. I've been refused 4 times. First to it, next to it, Engineering. Does this improve the approval? Okay. Dheeraj, like 4 rejections is a big thing, right? So honestly, I'm not in a position to tell you what else you need to do because we have to see your profile. The profile is not here, right? Having the scholarship improves your visa chance. Yes, definitely. That's a positive. You should highlight it. You should mention it in the reason for refusal box in the DS-160 form and also in the answer. And NJIT as a university is fine. There's nothing wrong with NJIT. Visa approval is also decent. So as far as the university is concerned, I think you're fine. We need to look at the other aspects of your profile. What exactly is going wrong and how that can be changed.
Yeah, I think that's all. I just want to let everyone know that if you want to schedule a one-on-one with Sachi where you want to ask questions or practice mock, you can go to the link that I have just pasted on the chat, download the app, and there after you go to stores, you have to go to expert help section, and from there you can book a one-on-one session with Sachi, and you can ask your queries, or if you want to, have a detailed analysis of your interview. All right, that's all for today. We'll see you again, guys, in the next session, and then keep checking Zolve app to know about the next session. Thank you so much, Sachi, for joining us and for spending your quality time with us. I'm sure this mock interview will really be helpful for the students who have given it, and also for the students who will watch these interviews here or on the YouTube when it gets uploaded there, right?
I hope so too. Wish everyone the best, and yeah, do well, practice well, and I really hope all of you get your visas. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. See you again, guys. Bye-bye.